If you can't sell it, no one will buy it. And if nobody will buy it, you're done. Your project doesn't go through. Your life comes to a halt. Something catastrophic happens. So if you can't sell it, in effect, you have failed. You must be wondering what it is. What is it if you can't sell it? Toastmasters, guests, distinguished dignitaries, it is you. If you can't sell yourself, no amount of talent, no amount of technical competence, no amount of bravado, no matter how high you are up on the org chart, ultimately you will fail if you can't sell yourself. Ultimately, your peers, your superiors, your customers, your potential customers all have to have confidence in you. I learned an interesting story years ago and didn't really put the pieces together until I started getting more heavily involved in Toastmasters. In the mid-1970s, a brilliant engineer was working for Hewlett-Packard. Absolutely brilliant. And he had an obsession about technology that he was determined to see realized. And yet, his bosses at Hewlett-Packard refused to acknowledge his ideas. They just didn't fit in with their vision of the future. Tried, failed. Tried, failed. In desperation, after several years, he even agreed to give them, free of charge, his patents. Just use them. I will give you my patents. No licensing fee, just use them. Crickets. Nothing. Could not compel his bosses to help him realize his vision. Several months later, at a community computer club meeting, he accidentally sat at a table with people that he had never met before. And at the end of the meeting, he made a connection with somebody else at the table. 2 years later, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs founded Apple Computer. That serendipitous meeting that should never have taken place changed our world forever. Nothing has been the same since that vision was realized by Jobs. Wozniak could not sell his idea. He couldn't give it away. The idea of a personal computer in everybody's home was so foreign to companies like Hewlett-Packard and IBM, they just couldn't see how that fit into their vision of the future. But Jobs did. The man had a vision, and not only did he have a vision, he sold it. He sold it to fellow employees. He sold it to potential investors. He sold it to the world. If you can't sell it, well, you know how the rest goes. Toastmasters offers you an opportunity to sell the most valuable commodity you have: your vision, your integrity, yourself. I joined Toastmasters 18 years ago, and I did it for an odd reason that may not coincide with many of the ways that you compelled to join Toastmasters. I joined because my boss told me to. It wasn't that he felt like I really needed Toastmasters, but we had people in our department that he wanted to see progress, that they were just, well, they needed help, but they wouldn't join. You've all been there. It's hard to walk through that door for the first time. wouldn't join a club. So his answer was simple. If they won't join a club, you're going to start one. And we did. Duke Toastmasters exists to this day. We had a meeting yesterday morning, 7 a.m. Pretty full room. It still continues to change people's lives on a daily basis. So I joined for a reason that no longer exists. I joined, but the more important question is, why do I stay? We all join for a reason. It's not unusual for us to join for one reason and see that reason change over time as we evolve. We can't help but evolve. We can't help but change. And Toastmasters is the tool that helps us do that. Every one of us is changed by this experience. Every time somebody new walks through that door, their life has just taken a new path. You may not realize it when you walk through that door for the first time. The guests with us here today, you came for some reason, some need. But ultimately, the reason that you're here is because you have something that you want to accomplish in your life. And you feel like we are part of the mechanism that will help you accomplish that. Ladies and gentlemen, you are absolutely right. This is the way. This is the path. You can take the experience, the mentoring, the coaching, the encouragement, the development that comes with this kind of camaraderie, the experience that you get from Toastmasters, and change your life. If you can't sell it, well, you know.